What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the win that I took today. Um, it was a bit of a tricky trade, and we'll kind of go over as to why it was a bit tricky, just because of kind of the way that the volume profile was set up today. But I also do want to talk about my plan. I have mentioned this before in previous videos, but I am currently $200,000 in funding. I have 4 funded accounts. I'm working on this combine here, copy trading it with my main funded account, as you can see here. So I'll talk about that towards the end of the video today, but first I want to go over the trade that we took. So I ended up getting a $150 win. It could have been more and it should have been more, but I just miscalculated where I don't know why. I guess I just wasn't really thinking, but I was aiming for 870 um totally to have uh, a $200 day. Ended up taking some at 864.75. I don't know why it doesn't show my chart executions here, but I did end up taking some as well. I think I took 5 contracts at 861.25 as well, as you can see here. Um, I don't know why that did not show up, but I ended up taking some there as well. And then I left a runner, right? Even though I knew that this was selling or buying climax here, I left a runner just to see like maybe we can come down, find some support, and then continue higher. I ended up moving my stop loss up here, but obviously it got hit. So instead of $164, we ended up losing some. So $150 day. Not too bad though. Super happy about that. But let's go over the trade. So I first took an entry here at 8:15. So if we come back and look, we can even go on replay too just to see what was going on at that time. First, are we bullish or bearish? So today was the first day that I was implementing that multi-time frame analysis of the ADX bar. Let me just delete these alerts just in case I don't think we're going to hit these while I'm doing the video, but just so it doesn't blast everyone's ears. Um, so first, let's look. Are we bullish or bearish, right? So I set my volume profile, but I looked at the 15. I looked at the 30, and the common denominator is that we see that this line right here is now green, right? I mean, it's kind of easy to tell that we're bullish as well, but that's a key factor. It's telling me which way I should be trading. So yesterday we did talk about which way I should be trading. They were red, but we had such a bullish move after I finished my video, and I was like, oh man, like this is not good. But the fact remains that if I had taken the trade bearish last night, it would have been a winner, you know? So um, we have to stick with the trend, right? It takes one thing that I've learned is that for the trend to for the trend to change, it takes a while, right? Think of it as like an oil tanker. It's gonna take a while for you to U-turn. You're not a motorcycle, you know? So that's how the trends work in markets, and that's what I'm taking to heart, right? So here, even on the 5 too, I love to see the green as well. So on multi-time frame analysis, we are bullish. Obviously, the 1 is in chop, but another thing that we did see, let me see if this will work because I don't feel like drawing volume profile again. So there you go. Draw volume profile, right? We have our point of control, current session point of control, which is this black line, VWAP, prior day value area high here, current session value area high here, right? So we're bouncing off these areas, you can see, bouncing off VWAP, even here too, even though we briefly broke below it. VWAP is an area, these lines, all of these lines that signify something on volume profile, these are all areas, right? So bouncing off VWAP, right? Breaking through current value area high, prior day value area high as well, high volume. There's some momentum there. So I decided to take a trade once we bounced, boom, off high volume, took it. It's tricky because all of these lines are here. So why should you take this trade? Again, bullish momentum, bouncing off VWAP, ranging here in this area as well, which I'm starting to get better at trading these, right? Getting better at holding my position for longer for breakouts. Not guaranteed to happen every time, but we are putting ourselves in good position. And the thing that I love about my trading now too is the way that we add. So we added here at 846.75 and we shot up to 858. Back in the past, I mean, back in the past was like a week ago, or maybe 2 weeks ago, really. I would give myself 2.5 weeks. We would be adding up here. Why? Why are we adding here? We want to add when we start coming lower, right? So I staggered my entries, staggered all of my entries coming in, added when we started getting some confirmation higher as well. I mean, we came back down, but then we shot up and we ended up hitting about 871. My target should have been 870, right? So I that's kind of what I wanted. That's how high I wanted us to go. Um, as you can see here, these are our levels from July 1st or so. So I wanted us to hit this peak right here, right? Let me see if I can zoom in. So this peak right here, that's about 868. So I was just aiming for a round number in 870. We did end up hitting it, but I didn't take my target. I didn't take my profit there. I took it a little bit lower, and that was a mistake. I should have aimed for a little bit higher, but otherwise, it was a really good trade. Really loved it. Um, and I've been trading so well. I've been so patient, even with my losses now. I've been trading extremely well. This was our first one in July, getting off to a good start, even though we took a loss yesterday. But doing things the right way, always being patient with our entries, taking positions at the correct areas as well, making sure that we're bullish or bearish, understanding which way to take the trades, and setting our stop losses appropriately for appropriate risk. So yes, it was $200. I goofed here. Should have been a $200 day today, which would have made me eligible for a payout. But something I've been thinking about as of late, and this kind of goes into the 200K in funding, is that I know that I'll be able to take a payout soon, right? If I get another $200 a day, I'll be able to take a payout. If we look on this account, here's a winning day, but not a $200 day. Here's a $200 day, right? We have $200 in funding, or 4 days of $200 wins, right? So we just need one more day. Today could have been that day, but it wasn't. But we just need one more day, and yeah, I would be eligible for a payout. Let's say that we get it. I don't know. I don't think I'm trading tomorrow night. So let's say that we get it Sunday night. Am I going to take a payout with $555 in the account? Do you see what I'm saying? Right? So even though like we're kind of stuck in this area right now, I need to be able to have the confidence that I can trade well, that this month in July is the turning point, that I will have more winning days than losing days, that I will have more $200 wins than $200 losses, that I will trade well, that I will stick to my rules, that I won't tilt, right? And I believe that trading within this framework is giving me the opportunity to be able to do that. And we've been trading very well as of late. So I'm definitely happy and definitely proud of that. Um, but going back to the 200K in funding, you can see here now I have 4 Express accounts. I finally activated them today, um, and I've dated them. So this is July 31st, this is August 1st, this is August 2nd. Really, July 31st is the day that I'm going to take trades on all of these, depending on how well I'm doing on this main account here. I decided that I am not going to copy trade all of these, right? It's so much pressure. You want to be able to have funded accounts. They're expensive. All of these accounts, just the activation fee alone cost me $150 each. Pretty much what we made today. Exactly, right? So it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So I dropped $450 today to pay for this, right? Knowing that I have stuff going on with my car, knowing that I have other bills to pay as well, it's a lot of money. So do I want to copy trade these accounts, get emotional about copy trading these, and then lose all four accounts, right? And then we have to get funded again, which I believe that I can, right? But then we have to get funded again, pay more money to get funded, pay more money for an activation fee, and then try again. So now these accounts are paid for, they're done. My last payout you can consider too. I've already paid for these accounts, right? So they're free essentially for those last three accounts. In fact, for all four accounts, my payout, you could say for the activation fees anyway, that they're all free. Um, so it should just put less pressure on me. Now, I waited this long to activate these funded accounts because of the fact that I just need some extra time, right? Obviously, you could see that back in June, I was just trying to find my way, but we finally started finding our way about a week and a half ago, almost 2 weeks ago now, right? So um, I needed that, right? But then I also now need the confidence to be able to say, hey, we're going to take another good payout. It doesn't have to be a $2,000 payout. It doesn't have to be $1,000 payout, right? But I do want to take a good payout from trading consistently, from trading confidently, from continuously taking our setup, from reading the market well. I just don't want to take some random payout just to help pay the bills. Now it's helpful, right? But the more you focus on money, the more you're going to lose money, right? The more you focus on the process, the more the process will work for you. And if your process is good, there's no way that you'll fail, right? So that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I'm going to continuously work on and continuously preach because, yeah, the money is great. If I'm able to get a $200 payout or a $300 payout, that's awesome. But then this funded account, I only have like $250 left in drawdown. So I know last time for my first payout, if you go back to those videos, like I was talking about the same exact thing. And initially, I was saying the same thing I'm saying now, but then the pressure just became so much to get that first payout under my belt that I was like, okay, I just need to get a payout, you know? And that's what I did. And I'm proud of myself for that. But now that item has been checked off the list, and we have to continuously move forward now. And now it's about trading well to the point where you feel confident that you can get more payouts. And then you also feel confident that now, instead of copy trading the combine, not only have you passed the combine and you're max allocated in terms of 50K accounts on Topstep, but you can also copy trade two funded accounts now, get payouts. Copy trade three funded accounts, four funded accounts, and then finally five funded accounts, to where now a small payout of $200 is $1,000 payout on five accounts. Isn't that insane? So I think that's the craziest thing to me too, is that you only need, like, let's say that you wanted to make, uh, let's say just 10K, right? You wanted to make 10K. You'd only need to make $2,000. If you have 500 accounts, you'd only need to make $2,000. That's mind blowing, right? That funded accounts are able to do that for you. So that's my goal. I hope I can come back to this video July 31st. We're looking at it and we see a lot of this calendar filled in green. Of course, there's going to be some red too, but I hope that we're able to get to the point that by the end of it, this calendar is mostly filled with green, mostly filled with $200 days, mostly filled with good profit because we followed our process, we followed our rules, and we're able to take a good payout. I mean, who knows? We could take a payout in 2 weeks' time, or next week, but hopefully we've taken a good payout by the beginning of August. So, but yeah, guys, that's it for this video. That's my plan for um, $200,000 in funding. I remember when, this is the last thing I'll say, but I remember when this is all I wanted. I've said this in previous videos before, but this is all I wanted was to have $50,000 in funding. Forget $200,000 in funding, but to have $50,000 in funding where you can call yourself a funded trader. I remember when I first passed my account in February, and I was telling my girlfriend, like, babe, I'm a funded trader now, you know? Um, but then I blew the account, which is so funny. It's funny now. It wasn't funny then. I was so upset then. Um, and now I've gotten another funded account. I've gotten a payout. I blew that one, but now we're here again. Um, $200,000 in payout or $200,000 in funding, not payouts. That'd be insane. Um, and it's nice to know, but as much as that is a success, as much as that is an accomplishment, obviously we still have a long way to go. I'm by no means perfect. I mean, go back and look at what happened um, just last week, right? What happened on the 23rd? If you go back to that video, you'll see how terribly I traded, right? So it's not out of the system yet, right? And I don't think it'll ever be out of the system. It'll never be out of the system, but if we put ourselves in a framework, in a controlled environment to where we can trade appropriately, then we're going to be successful. And that's all I really care about. So, anyway, guys, that's it for this video today. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, comment below what you guys are, or how you guys are doing in this market so far, how you guys are doing in July, what are some of your goals in July too. Again, I appreciate all the comments, um, any feedback as well. I really do love the engagement. Um, Obviously, I'm not even close to being a big channel at all, but my goal is to show what it looks like to be a full-time healthcare worker who is trying to trade for financial freedom, and just showing the journey of a trader, right? From going from unprofitable to getting their first payout to finally being profitable, even though being profitable is a state of mind, um, instead of something you achieve. But um, I just want to show you guys that, and for whoever is joining this journey along with me, I commend you because trading is not easy whatsoever. It's the hardest thing I've ever done. I mean, I had to take my board exam to be a doctor of physical therapy, and that is was so much easier than what we're doing right now. So I commend you guys. But that's it for this video, guys. I've been talking too much. Um, and yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Keep trading stoically.